Hi, my name is Blake Nordman. I'm the assistant principal at Springfield Middle School. I'm here with a member of Community in Schools, and I'm going to be asking Ms. Worry here some questions about partnering our school and her organization in partnering to help our students and our families. And I have some particular ideas that I would like to brainstorm with her about coming together and working together for our students. Um, Good afternoon, Ms. Worry. All
Afternoon.
right, you want to introduce yourself, okay?
Sure. So my name is Mariama Worry, and this is my first year with Communities in Schools. Was the first year of Communities in Schools in Battle Creek Public Schools, and I'm just here to um, answer and assist in any way that I can.
Okay. So, some of the work that I've been doing lately and trying to focus on is um, making a connection with a lot of our students and families who have been alienated or who do not feel comfortable in our schools. Many of our families have had bad experiences in the past, and so they don't feel comfortable at school because of their past experiences, or they don't know very well how to work through the school bureaucracy. Um, they've been alienated from it. The schools, the institutionalization of schools through this kind of marginalizing of many of our families of color or working poor families is, we see it through this kind of middle class white mindset. And so I think that leads to a disconnect. So I've been thinking about ways to kind of bridge that gap and bring our families, in particular our marginalized families, back in so that we can help bridge that gap, especially with a lot of the schoolwork and everything. So I know that your organization has just recently started working with Battle Creek Public Schools, and I was thinking that maybe we could come up with some kind of like parenting school or parenting 101 or parenting class, maybe run on Saturdays. And that's kind of idea I wanted to bring to you and see what you guys felt about that.
I think that's actually great. Just a little bit about Communities in Schools and what we're doing and why we're here to partner with Battle Creek Public Schools. First of all, Communities in Schools was founded approximately about a little over 40 years ago, maybe, by William Milliken and his wife. And the reason why they got started is because of a lot of the different statistics around poverty with children and their families in the schools that we work in as a community. All of our community within this all community. So it is a nationwide program, and it's said that 1 in 5 children under the age of 18 live in poverty. We have a lot of working poor families. And so what Communities in Schools do is that we're an excellent resource and support guide in making sure that students and their families are connected within the community and sharing those their strengths and needs to make sure that they are successful in school and beyond that. And so with the idea of doing getting the parents more involved is excellent. I think that's an excellent idea. And we will definitely be able to assist with that because, interesting enough, the district brought in a company called Attendance Works. And we're really focusing on our chronic absenteeism as a district. And so that's why we brought in Attendance Works to try to get the root. So it's like a root cause analysis type of data. And so we had a lot of different interviews and reflection groups and surveys that we did with families, with teachers, administration, and students. And so we had a parent reflection group, and through that parent reflection group, a lot of the parents were really engaged, and it was a very diverse group. So that was really exciting, where we had grandparents, parents, aunties, and, different range of cultures, white, black, ethnicities, and, fathers, mothers. It was a really diverse group. And we, after that, I didn't think it would take the full hour, but it did, because it was really good conversation. And at the end of that, they wanted to continue to do that. So I decided to come up with a parent advisory council. And so that will go right along the lines with what you would like to do. And we can definitely partner in doing that and making sure that it's successful. And I think once we have more parents engaged, that it will also definitely help with the students' involvement regarding like our ABCs, attendance, behavior, coursework, because we find that the less engaged parents are, the more those things are a negative connotation to the school, right? And so once we have them more engaged, it'll just be a better school environment, and we can definitely help with that any way that we can.
Yeah, so I'm really glad I brought this to you. So do you think the parent advisory that you kind of already started working on, that would work into a maybe once every other week or once a month Saturday parent group?
Yes, I think through that reflection, I think it will definitely work, depending on how, the layout, the agenda items, things like that. But the parents want to have a voice. And I think with your idea of having, the parent engagement, it will give them that voice, especially as an administrator at the school. I think that they will really appreciate that.
Yeah. So, so one of the things that I thought about when coming up with this idea was definitely started on it. The reason on Saturday is that it's we have a lot of working parents. There's a lot, they have other siblings and stuff. So maybe a Saturday a weekend, not during the school day. So when they're coming in, it's not as intense for them. I also feel like that there may be a different site than the school. I'm not sure if that's something we could think of. I'm not sure if the community in schools has a meeting area where we could maybe even not meet at the school, but so that's something that we could brainstorm further.
I think actually that's a great idea, because and the reason why I say that, because one of the things that was brought up in the reflection group was transportation. So if we can meet them where they are, right, that will be great. Okay. So, and we can definitely work. That's what we do. So work with a partner. We don't necessarily have, I don't think, like a big enough space as of right now for
community and schools.
For communities and schools here. But we have connections with other people within the community where we can.
So this is an area you could facilitate, maybe reaching out and find a facility, a place for us to meet, and I could work on the other logistic parts.
Yes,
that'd be
for
great.
Sure.
Okay.
For sure.
Yeah, because this idea of like a lot of our families do have cultural capital that they can bring to the table. Again, that we don't always value, and we really need to celebrate that. And so I really appreciate you working with us on this, and I think together we can make a difference.
Yeah, and thank you. I think it's a great idea, and so just making sure that we follow through on everything and to make it successful, because I think it could really be great for our school.
All right, thank you, Ms. Worry.
Yes, sir.